we can really then work out what we need moving forward, or what you need, or what they need in the case that we do this week moving forward to support themselves through to the next step in their life. It's stepping out to see the big picture, to find the patterns, to see what's happening, that we can get some kind of peace with it so we can make it make sense to us. Hi everyone, it is Mel from Mel Ryan 100% You, and I am just jumping on for our weekly update. I have exciting news. I have seen a couple of clients this week online. Very enjoyable to get back to work and hold some space for people to unpack some stuff. And for these particular people, there's been a lot going on. I think for them in particular, it was really trying to make sense of things. The truth isn't something that you can be told, the truth is something that you feel. And so when we unpack people's stories and we try and make sense of what's going on and why and what that means in their life story, when it all connects, when it resonates, when you feel the truth, that's when it begins to make sense. And that's for us when we can then put some strategies in from our, awareness to our check-in. We can really then work out what we need moving forward, or what you need, or what they need in the case that we do this week moving forward to support themselves through to the next step in their life. So literally exactly what I've been doing for myself for the last few months while I've been recovering from my knee surgery. In lots of ways, with conversations I've had this week, we've been revisiting people's big picture. So again, when we make sense of it, we pull it out to be able to see, hey, why? What does this mean? Why is this part of your story? And I think too, we were talking about it last week with the way of everything that's going on in the world, the more we can pull that back to see the big picture, that there's this plan, that something's happening that we don't have to control, and everything is going to be okay. That's such a beautiful way that we get peace back. So again, the same in our own lives. It's stepping out to see the big picture, to find the patterns, to see what's happening, that we can get some kind of peace with it so we can make it make sense to us. So if you think about it at the moment, it's like lots of people's life plans are being redirected, and lots, I don't know if you've got, have a tune in, think of your friends or family or what's been going on, even yourself. And did you start one way this year and you're absolutely still trying to get there, but you're doing it in a totally different way? You think of people that are trying to travel to Europe, and of course, their flight path is so totally different. It's almost like that in life. We make a plan and a direction and a goal to where we want to go, but getting there is totally different to how we thought we were going to get there at the beginning of this year. So it's still really achievable. It just looks different. And it's allowing ourselves to step out and then feel into that, what that might look like. And sometimes to get that answer, to feel into what it looks like, it's coming back to what I call, it's like being silent, but it's meditatively silent. A lot of us can't just sit there and meditate, and that's totally acceptable, totally understandable. If you think about how we do things at the moment, if you mow the lawn or you're going for a walk, we're listening to podcasts and we're doing mundane tasks, but we've got music in our ears all the time, or we're being entertained by things. The TV's on in the background all the time. There's, noise everywhere. If you really want to tune in with yourself, practice having some time during the day where you go for a walk, but you don't have music or a podcast on, because it's letting our thoughts collect and process. Sometimes the answers come in for us. A lot of people say to me that they wake up at 2 or 3 in the morning, and that's when they get the best ideas. And I think sometimes that's because we can't hear ourselves during the day in our life. So our little souls have to just kind of jam it all in that, period of time that you can't sleep, but it's while your mind's been quiet. So if that is you too, and that works for you, take a pen and paper to bed and, jot your little ideas down, because sometimes it gives us a real clarity and insight into what's going on, or potentially what our next step is. And that's really, really important. Repetitive tasks, things like, painting or gardening or washing windows, or just things that we've done them so often we don't have to think. This is sometimes where all of the things that have been so complicated start to process really clearly. And clarity is such a beautiful need that we need right now, because clarity is going to bring a comfort to us and a peace and a assurance that we don't need to be in control of things. So that's my little message this week. It's find the step out time, make things simple, spend some time where you can connect with you in just little ways to really see if you have had to adjust things, in how you can find the easiest path to get there for you. Other exciting news on my part is I am coming back online for a few clients here and there. So if that feels like you, give me a DM or a shout out and I will pop you in the next week or so. I am allowed to get out of my brace. I'm allowed to start doing rehab, so that's very exciting. And the other really exciting news is the retreat is being rescheduled and is going to go ahead. So the retreat dates now are the 18th of June. That's the Thursday night, which is optional night for people. Most people seem to have taken that up because it's their let's get there and have a cuppa and relax. And then we start in on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And so that's the 19th, 20th, and 21st of June this year. So that's available if you really want to come and make sense of a lot of your life story and unpack your story a little bit more. There's also workshops available if you need a hand with some things that you're going through at the moment. It might give you a better insight into what's going on for you and how you got stuck and how you can support yourself out of it. So that's me for this week. Have a beautiful week. Take care of yourself, tuck yourself in, be present to what's going on for you, find great ways to support yourself, and I will catch you all next week.